Hi, this is Emily and I'm a student from the University of Arizona, and today we're going to make a quick and easy healthy hummus recipe. So the main ingredient in hummus is garbanzo beans, and they're also known as chickpeas, and just some quick fun nutrition facts about them. Garbanzo beans are filled with fiber, which is really good for your GI tract. It helps things move along, and it also lowers your cholesterol, which is good for your heart health and decreases the risk of you getting diabetes in the future. It's also really packed with protein, which is really good for building strong muscles and fighting infection. And lastly, it has a lot of the B vitamin folate, which is really good for growth and development, which is really important to get when you're young as you're growing into a strong, big person in the future. So I'm just gonna add 2 cups of garbanzo beans, which originally come from the can, so you're just gonna need to measure out 2 cups. And make sure you save the liquid from this because you will be needing that later in the recipe. This is what it looks like. That's 1 cup. And this is the 2nd cup of garbanzo beans that we have to add that. So the next ingredient in the hummus is gonna be lemon juice, which I have right here, and we need 1/2 cup. So I'm gonna take a liquid measuring cup. I'm gonna pour 1/2 cup of the lemon juice into it. And to juice the lemons, you're gonna take a whole lemon, cut it, juice both halves. You need 2 of these. And you're gonna have some pulp and seeds, so just make sure you strain that out before you add it into the blender. I'm gonna pour that in. Okay. And then the next thing is tahini, which is a really important ingredient in hummus. It has a really strong flavor, so it's gonna give your hummus a really nice flavor at the end of it. But tahini separates, so it'll be like more liquidy at the top and thicker at the bottom, so it's really important before you put it in to stir it really well so it gets to a really smooth consistency before you add it. So it's 1/4 a cup, so I'm just gonna pour that in. Make sure you put it all the way to the top of the measuring cup. Perfect. I'm gonna add that into the blender. To make sure I get all of it, I'm just gonna use a spoon to scoop out the rest. Okay, perfect. And then next I'm gonna add some olive oil into the blender. So I'm gonna take my olive oil, and we just need 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So I'm gonna take my tablespoon measurer, pour out the olive oil into it. And make sure when you're measuring it, you go all the way to the top of the spoon. I'm gonna add that into the blender. Perfect. Okay. Another thing we need to add is salt, and you can use whatever salt you prefer. This one happens to be Himalayan salt. So I'm just gonna open that, and you only need 1/2 teaspoon of that salt. Again, just filling it all the way to the top, making sure that it's enough and adding it straight into the blender. Okay, perfect. Then we're gonna add garlic. So for this recipe, all you need is 1 small clove of garlic. Make sure you peel it. It actually looks like this originally. So you take 1 clove, peel it, cut it up into like nice small pieces. And this is actually optional. If you're not really into garlic and you don't like that flavor that much, you can totally leave this out. Add it all in, and I'm gonna make sure I got everything, so I'm gonna skip it. That's added in. And then also, if you don't have a blender at home, you can also mush all of this in together with a mortar and pestle. You just mix it all together. You might need to get a little bit of a bigger one since this does have 10 servings in it, and you can always cut the recipe down or increase it depending on your preference. So a really important step to add into here is that liquid that you saved from the chickpea can originally. This is gonna make it really easy to mix everything up in the blender. So we're gonna need 1/2 cup of liquid. So I'm just gonna take my liquid measuring cup. Okay, that's 1/2 cup. Pour it in. And this is really important because if you're having a difficult time blending all of your ingredients up in the blender, it's just not mixing very well, feel free to just add a little bit more of this liquid and it will make things run a little bit smoother. So I'm just gonna put the lid on my blender. Make sure it's really tight. Oh. Snap it in. Make sure it's really sealed. Okay, and then for this recipe, we're gonna put it on high for about 2 minutes, and it's gonna have a really smooth consistency the whole time. And like I said, if it's not going smoothly, then just feel free to add a little bit more liquid from the chickpea can. So I'm gonna turn it on. Okay, once that's all blended, I'm just gonna take this off. And I'm gonna put it all into a bigger bowl. Pull it off. You might need a spoon to help get the rest of it out of your blender. Smells really good. Okay. Got a really good amount of that out. Okay, so there's gonna be some last final steps for this. So this is what it should look like when it comes out of the blender. And we're gonna add 2 more tablespoons of olive oil directly into this. So tablespoon measuring out. First tablespoon. And the second one. Then we're just gonna mix that all together. Get a really good consistency going. Okay, perfect. And then to add a little bit more flavor and a little color, we're just gonna add some paprika, which is this like dark red orange little like spice, and just gonna sprinkle some on the top. This is however much you want to do, it's completely your preference, so sprinkle it. I just did it in a straight line, like show you it's like all red. Just gonna mix that in a little bit, not too much. And then to garnish and top it off, I'm just gonna add some fresh parsley. Just like this green. And then this is what it should look like at the end. And hummus is really great. It can be paired with a bunch of different things. So if you like pita bread, you can cut up some pita bread like we did. You can do whole wheat regular. You can also toast it a little bit warmer. It has a really good flavor that way. And it also is great with vegetables. So here we have cucumbers, we have carrots, we have all the different color ones, the white, orange, and purple carrots. You can also do tomatoes if you like. You can just feel free to use as many different vegetables as you want. You can also incorporate this in salads and wraps, and just the options are endless for this. So this is also a really affordable meal. So a can is about $1, and depending on if you get organic or what you like, it could also be more inexpensive as well. And another option, if you don't want too much sodium, you can also buy low sodium garbanzo beans as well. So that's it for this quick and easy fun hummus recipe, and catch you next time. Thanks, bye.